Hey everyone, welcome in. Hope y'all are having a great evening. Let's go ahead and get started with some free yes nos. Sweet Rita. Not right now. I'm getting a no. The moon or M. No, Three of Swords RM. Hi Jennifer. Hey Nor. Hey Jojo. Forgotti, welcome in. Jojo. No, Three of Swords, Jojo. Nor. Yes, Knight of Cups. Jennifer Simpson. Yeah, all you have to do is post your question, but I think you did. So give me 1 second. I'll get to you. I have a no. Eight of Swords for Chibi. Jennifer. Jennifer, yes. Queen of Cups. Hey, Tina Lee, welcome in. You're welcome, everyone. Keep posting your yes, no questions. You do have to be a subscriber to ask. So make sure that once you subscribe, you stay subscribed so that you don't have to wait in the waiting holding room every single time you come back. You're welcome, Jennifer. And another thing too is that once you subscribe, let's say you unsubscribe, I'm not one of those readers that will because you've been here before not answer your question. I don't care if you've been here before or not. If you get here in time for the free, then I'm answering your question. And you won't have to wait around. But sometimes people will unsubscribe and they have to wait 5 minutes every single time. And sometimes 5 minutes is the make or break whether or not you're going to get on that free list before it closes. So definitely recommend subbing and then staying a sub, especially if you intend on coming back. Hey James, welcome in. Anakit, I have a yes. The Empress in the Temperance card. Angela, yes. Temperance for you as well. We are doing yes, no questions. So if you have a question that you would like a yes, no answer to, just type it in the chat. I'm going to be doing this for another 8 minutes or so, and then we will be moving on to donations. So make sure that you get your question in soon. The only thing I ask is that you like the live stream, and then you can get your free question answered. That's the only energy exchange that I ask for. Whether you've been here before or not, you can get a free question. It is one per person, yes, no format, and it will be closing in a few minutes. James. James, I think I'm getting a no. 5 of Cups, but it doesn't mean that you can't turn things around. So I don't want you to get too stuck on that, that answer. Tina Lee, yes. 9 of Wands. Hey, IJ. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. If you're here and it's your first time, just make sure that you like the live stream. It's all I ask if you want a free question. Oh, this is a good question. I don't think she is, IJ. Knight of Swords. Hugs, pugs, kisses. Yes, the Empress. Sweeter than a rice cake. I'm getting a no. 5 of Wands. Sweeter than a rice cake. Thank you for donating. I also have a donation for IJ as well. So I will be with you guys very soon. All right, Sienna. Day, yes, you can, friend. Absolutely. Yeah, we're actually going to put you first because you're technically a pre-order coming in to claim. Just make sure you stick around for your turn if you want. Go ahead and post your questions now. And IJ is after that. And then after that, we have Sweeter. Sweeter than a rice cake. I'm just going to call you Sweeter on my donation list, okay? If anybody else donates, let me know, and I will add you. I'll confirm and add you. All right, well, me and Marquise' relationship lasts for a long term into 2025. Leo Sunchild, thank you. I'll add you to the list. I have a yes, Sienna the Sun. Olga Slade. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. I have a yes, the Chariot for Olga. IJ said no worries. Aman, you can ask if you want. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Leo Sunchild, you are in the place of Sweeter. Sweeter than a rice cake said that they donated. And at a glance, I thought that was them, but that's actually you. So, Sweeter, once you donate, let me know. You're welcome, Sienna. So that is the order. Okay, Sweeter just donated. All right, Sweeter just donated. I got a donation for Sweeter about 3 minutes after Leo Sunchild. So let me add you. Sorry, I'm trying so hard to keep up with this tonight. Things are moving quickly. Okay. All right, so Day, IJ, Leo, Sweeter. That's the list. And I will be closing the free list in about 3 minutes. Day is first. I have her down for a BOGO. So whenever you're ready, post your questions. If you guys are here for the free questions, get your questions. Oh no. My light just flickered. If my power goes out, guys, I don't think it will because it hasn't. It didn't even go out when the tornado hit our neighborhood. But if it goes out, meet me over on Instagram because I'll be able to send you your readings offline. So that's just a heads up if my power goes out. So if I lose service or something, meet me over on Instagram. All right, so this is the order right now. Day, IJ, Leo, Sweeter. That's the order. Day was a pre-order. IJ came in at 10:07 my time. Leo was 10:08 my time. And then Sweeter was 10:11 my time. So that is the order. Did D think I was being mean with my responses, maybe? Arguing with her? No, the Hanged Man, Anna. You're welcome, Olga. Oh, that was supposed to be a banner. Hold on. There we go. All right, Gabriel. No. Four of Swords, Gabriel. No. Daisha. It looks like a yes, Daisha. I have the Four of Cups, which is a yes in this deck. But it is showing that you may not be 100% satisfied. So maybe your abundance and luck falls a little bit short than what you're wanting or what you're expecting. But it is good. Hey sisters, welcome in. We are about to close the free list. Do you have a question? You're welcome, Daisha. Day, I have your questions now. Thank you, friend. I have a yes for Amy. 10 of Pentacles. Sisters. Sisters, yes, the World. All right, friends. I have a scrolling banner across the screen, and I also have posted in the chat as well that if you donated and if my power goes out, meet me on Instagram, Luna Affinity, to complete your order. I will send you a voice clip via email or Instagram, whichever I'm able to access. Gabriella, you were not skipped. I got a no for you. I don't know which card it was. I can't remember, so you might have to scroll back. I don't think I'll lose power, but my light was flickering, so just in case something happens and you donate, meet me over on Instagram, okay? You're welcome, Gabriella. All right, so this is for Day. Day says, what's Diamond's current feelings and intentions? I feel like she's interested romantically because the way she's coming off, but I'm not sure. And how will my classes for public health go? All right. All right, let's see. Diamond's current feelings. Diamond's current feelings. Angelus, free list closed a few minutes back. If you guys ever want a heads up on when I'm live, I recommend following me on Instagram as well, because that's where you're going to get the information firsthand. Also, there's a lot of times where I'll post over there where I don't post on YouTube, because YouTube does not share my community posts out the way that they should. So if you want any like exclusive information, or if you want information firsthand, that is what I recommend you do. If you have an Instagram, go follow me. Sorry, Angelus. So, Day, I feel like Diamond would settle for friends with you, to be completely honest, but you're right. There is something more here. I feel like Diamond has like kind of a flirty vibe. We have the Page of Wands. This is the type of person. Sorry, Angelus. This is the type of person that Diamond is. She's kind of like, I feel like she kind of paves her own path. She like marches to the beat of her own drum, does her own thing. I don't really feel like she likes to be defined by anything in particular. And I feel like she is usually just like a go-getter and does what she wants. She still has a lot of like self-discovery to happen like with her. But I also feel like there is romantic infatuation as well as attraction for you. And like I said, I think she'd settle to be friends, but I think that she would be open to be more. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So I think that she might take a slower approach because maybe she doesn't know what you're thinking or what you're feeling. I feel like this person really doesn't want to turn you off or put you off of her, or like make you run or be uncomfortable in any way. So I feel like Diamond's usually seems to be respectful, even if Diamond's making her intentions known or clear or being very transparent with you. I still feel like there's this level of like respect, like not wanting to make you uncomfortable. So that's kind of like the intentions there. But I do feel like this person looks at you as someone who has a very youthful spirit, fun to be around. You Day might be like a very positive person, or Diamond is perceiving you to be a positive person. The Sun also talks about like pregnancy and fertility sometimes. So basically looking at you as a very like divine feminine person who has just like raw magnetism. And I just feel like she's just very drawn to you, and I think really it's just whatever you want. She's like, I just want to be around you, I just want to be in your energy. If you want me to, I'll keep my feelings to myself. It doesn't have to be like that, but I would be open to more with you if that's what you would want. But I do feel like because of this energy, and I just pulled the Seven of Swords, this is kind of like secret admirer energy. So I do feel like you're onto something in terms of like the way that she's coming across to you and feeling like she's interested. But this is also the type of person that like doesn't want to push anything onto someone else or make someone feel like they have to basically go out of their comfort zone to either accept or reject her. So she's basically just kind of being more observant right now. Like I said, Seven of Swords with this energy is like kind of secret admirer. I'm going to keep my feelings to myself for right now. And then maybe if I see some signs or signals from Day, then I will like make things a little bit more clear. So I feel like that's what's going on at this time with this person. But I feel like if she got an opening, she would tell you her feelings, because I have the Ace of Cups here. So this is like unlocking that like box, if you will. Like as soon as she gets a green light from you, or like gets some kinds of signals from you that you are interested, then she's like, okay, that's fine. Let's lay it all out there. Let's put the cards on the table. Because the Ace of Cups is talking about like overflowing emotions that you're trying to kind of keep bottled up within yourself. So I feel like if she got the green light, then she would. But I feel like at a very basic level, she's here just trying to socialize with you, see what you're all about, get to know you more, see if there's any signals that you're sending in her direction. She is okay staying friends, but like I said, she's open to more. So now that I feel like I've gotten the clear message, because whenever I like start repeating myself a lot, that means that the message is done. But if you have any like questions about Diamond in particular to your question, or if you need anything clarified, let me know. If not, and you feel like I answered your question sufficiently, I'll move on to your second question. All right, we are shuffling for your second question now. How will classes for public health go? All right, so I have a lot of really great cards. I asked in terms of like how this is going to go for you, or like what's going on with you, or what's the energy around it. And I do have the Two of Swords. So I hope that you feel confident in your decision in terms of like these classes that you're taking. I hope you don't feel torn. But if for any reasons you feel undecided or divided or torn inside, or a little conflicted about this or something in relation to your education, that is being acknowledged here. But I want to give you peace of mind that I feel like things are going to go very well for you. Sorry, I had to like clear my throat. You have a lot of dedication and perseverance. And with the Knight of Pentacles, I'm sitting here going, this is the type of person that is dedicated. This is the type of person that has like an amazing work ethic. I'm talking about you. You have an amazing work ethic. You are determined. You are focused. You are reliable. You're like the perfect student, the perfect like employee. And I really feel like you're going to work very hard. They are saying this outcome is great because you have persevered to reach that goal. Like you're not the type of person to quit or really give up. Once you feel like your challenge has been met, then you might move on to something else. But until you feel like you've achieved that thing, I feel like you're very much like rigid in terms of making sure that you reach that goal that you want. And they are showing that you're going into this a knight and you're coming out of it a king. So that is showing a lot of growth. That's showing that you're walking away with like a lot of education that you're needing to back you. This is talking about a higher IQ, a higher, even more like intelligence than what you already have. Lots of messages here in terms of routine. So I would recommend making sure that you stick to a schedule. Don't do anything too much where you feel as though you are deviating from that routine. I think that that's really going to be your key to success. So if you're already very routine oriented and scheduled and lists and planner type of archetype or personality, then I would say stick to what you know. And if you're not, just take this advice that you want to stick to a routine. I don't necessarily see you getting too stressed out, because I think that in times of stress or pressure, you think analytically and you will overcome. I have the 7 of Wands, so this talks about really like fighting for your corner, fighting for yourself, fighting for this education, and like making sure that you always maintain control and you always have the higher ground. And this card specifically just means that even if you're stressed out, you see the bigger picture and you don't let that like crumble you. I feel like this course or these classes are going to give you a lot of hope, a sense of renewal, positivity for the future, or faith in the future. It's going to make you feel like you have more potential, like the doors are opening up for you. I just see you being a very hard, dedicated like student or worker. And I also have the Page of Wands here, which was here in your last reading. So I don't know if this person that you asked about in your first question, Diamond, I don't know if Diamond is associated with your classes or not, but this energy is here again. But this could indicate that you might do really well on your feet. You do really well with out of the box thinking, and that this is kind of, I guess, catering to a passion of yours that you have. So overall, I think it's great. I think the outcome is really good. Not really much to say in terms of what to watch out for, but just making sure you stick to routine is going to be like your best. I guess it's going to be your course of least resistance, is making sure that you're doing the same thing consistently so that you can predict your results that you're going to get with it. If you have any questions about this, let me know. You said, yes, I was a little worried about the classes. That's accurate, and definitely trying to make a schedule for myself. I've been writing out my routine. All of it resonates. Perfect. I'm so happy to hear that. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for coming back and reading me. All right. So, IJ, I want to let you know that I got your channeled message donation as well as your BOGO. So IJ, I take it you like me to get started with your channeled messages, if that's correct. If not, let me know. We can do the BOGO first if that's your preference. Day, I hope you have a great rest of your night. Hope to see you again soon. Lights are still flickering in my house, so just a reminder that if you donated and let's just say my stream ends or I lose power, meet me over on Instagram. I should still be able to fulfill your order. Even if my power goes out, it'll just have to get to you in a different way. But I should still be able to, at a minimum, do voice clips for you. I don't foresee that happening. I want to be clear, but if it does happen, I want you to know a way to get, over to me to redeem your reading. All right, so IJ is next. Then we have Leo. Then we have Sweeter. Donations are still open. Northern Light, hello and welcome in. My free list is actually closed for the night. All free list options are closed, but you are more than welcome to come back tomorrow and try again if you want a free question. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to donate as well. But if you're looking for free, make sure you come back tomorrow. The first 15 minutes of every live stream, I do free yes no's. Whether you're new or you've been here before, it doesn't matter. You get a question if you get here in time. So just get here early. You're welcome. Have a good night. Feel free to hang out with us if you want. Something always keeps something interesting. Are you talking about my power? Are you talking about my cats? Are you talking about that time where there was a spider on my wall? Yay! Hey, Northern Light. Okay, that sounds good. Hang out with us. So I usually, this is my schedule. I come on in the evenings. You can generally see me anytime between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. Like I do late streams, and I'm on the Eastern time zone. So I'm on the East Coast of the States. So generally between like 9 and like 11:30, you can usually see me Wednesday through Sunday. There are exceptions to that rule, but most of the time that's where you'll see me. My schedule will change again in a couple of weeks, and instead of doing Wednesday through Sunday, I'll be doing Monday through Friday, but that's not going to change for another month or more. And if you want a heads up on when I'm going to be live, my recommendation is always follow me on Instagram at Luna Affinity, and you get all like the information firsthand. Like anytime I'm going to go live, I post there on my stories. A lot of times I'll post like exclusive information that not everybody has access to unless they follow me. So that's another recommendation, but I always tell you guys when I'm going live, and usually I'll post a link or I'll give you guys a heads up. That's perfect. All right, so IJ, are you cool with channeled messages first? Cats in the power, I know, right? Channel messages first. Okay. Perfect. Well, welcome in, Northern Light. Happy to see you. Another East Coaster. Hey, Beverly. Welcome in. I'm so sorry, friend. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll always know when I'm live because I always post in my stories. All right, so we right now are doing a channeled message for IJ. If you're new here, never seen this before, it's what I'm known for. I am a channeler. I will, if you donate for a channeled message, it's $35, but I give you like a detailed letter where I check into your person that you're asking. I check into their energy. And it doesn't have to be someone you know either. Like you could ask like my future partner or my future husband or wife or whatever. And it's a curated, customized message tapping into the energy that person's currently feeling. And I use automatic writing to receive the information and then provide it to you. Not only that, but I give you a copy of that letter if you want it. So this is what I'm known for. I will be channeling for IJ. It typically can take me anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to channel these messages. So unlike tarot, where you're constantly hearing me talk, when I'm doing a channeling, I'm very quiet. I'm still here. I'm still managing the chat. If you have any questions, I'm around, but you just won't hear me for a few minutes. So IJ, I'm going to go ahead and get started on that now. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Okay, Beverly, that sounds good. Good night, sisters. Ooh, IJ, I think you're going to like this message. I went ahead and sent it to you. So she says, "You have me rethinking things. There have been times where I've said to myself, do I really need to wait? Can I change course? Haha. But seriously, you have me wondering if I should just readjust because what we have is so exciting. It makes me curious if I can just do it all or do it differently in order to get this started and get this relationship off the ground. I want to discover more about you and explore this thing between us. I know there are some things we have to experience firsthand, and talking can only get us but so far. This, I dropped in the emojis in the chat of like what my face looks like right now. I love that message for you. Hey Liz, welcome in. Did you just donate? I think I got a donation from you. I feel like she's just kind of like growing impatient. Basically, she's like, can I just fast forward whatever this is? Like, that's the vibe. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Time will tell what ends up coming from this. But yeah, so that is how I do channeled messages, guys. I do automatic writing. At times I use tools of divination if I need to help further assist with specific details. But that is how channeling works. So if you want to know what's on your person's mind, if you want to like get some insight in what's going on with them or how they're feeling, you can always get a channeling. Liz sent 8. Am I allowed to ask any question or is it only a mini love? You can ask any question, Liz. So I have 2 $8 options. I have a mini love spread for 8 and then oh no, I have multiple. I have a mini love spread for 8, a past, present, future for 8, and then I also have a mini reading for 8, which is any question. So I pull up to 5 cards and answer any open-ended question that you have for me. This can be, like I said, open-ended, and I just get details for you, or it can be a yes/no where I pull extra details for you. So whatever question you have can fall under that category. Kind of mind blown. It ties into the dreamy thoughts she had before. Liz, yes, you can leave your question with me too. You don't have to stay here. As long as I have your question, you're free to go. Goes into my first BOGO. Actually, I was cool today, but she got on my mind really heavy this afternoon. What does she want to tell me about that? Okay. Take a look here. You're welcome, Liz. Also, for those of you on the donation list, if you don't want to like wait until your turn, I have a skip the line option. It's $5 to do so. It's not necessary. I will get to you as soon as I can. But if you just don't want to wait, then you can bump up on the list if that's your preference. You can also save your spot for $5. So if you're worried someone's going to skip you, you can hold your spot for $5 as well. So this is the current list right now. We are working on IJ's second part of his donation currently. Donations are still open for anybody that would like to donate. All right. What does she want to tell you? Liz, I have your question. You're free to go, friend. You can come back later for your reading. You can scroll back or you can come back tomorrow. Your question will be on the screen, and if I remember / if I have time, I'll post your timestamp in the comments as well. All right, so IJ, to start off, she wants you to know that she's getting some clarity, that she has a personal vision for herself that I think has provoked a lot of questions for her, deep thought. I feel like that's partly why she's been so introspective lately, or I've been picking up on that. And I think that a lot of it has to do with like her future, her next steps, what she wants that to look like. If you look at the channeled message, it's kind of like that too, where she's like, I'm rethinking some things. Can I make adjustments? What is it that I need to stay steadfast in? And then what is it that I'm able to make some changes on? Because she ultimately wants a certain future, but I think that her desires and her longing are creeping in a little bit quicker or stronger than what she originally thought. So I think that has to do with meeting you, is that things are kind of changing course for her right now because of that, because of your connection. She's finding like more desire and more longing to change course. So what do I mean by that? Let's just say you didn't exist, and let's just say she didn't have any romantic interests. She might then make her career a priority, her personal development a priority, her physical health a priority, her money, etc. Because she doesn't have that longing or desire for a romantic partner, because there's no one in her life to give her that feeling. But I think because you are in her life, and I think that she's kind of seeing what could be and starting to kind of have this like vision. I also feel all the time for her like, oh, my biological clock is ticking too. And I think that heavy on the like wanting children is making this feel more rushed. And so I think it's kind of like a combination of things, but it's making her go, what can wait and what needs to happen now? So she's definitely readjusting, but with that readjustment, there's realignment, because it's kind of put her on like a quicker trajectory to her life purpose. And so because she wants kids, and it's such a heavy influence on her, she's thinking, okay, maybe this thing can wait and I can try to focus on this now. So I think that she like wants her cake and wants to eat it too, but not in a bad way. It's like selfishly, but rightly so, because she deserves to have all the things that she wants to have. So I think here she's getting clarity on that. She's feeling like more devoted to these certain things and areas in life that she wants to manifest, and then wants to realize it's a very expansive energy that she's in right now. And like, this is a time where she's focusing on her personal vision. Like, what does she want her life to look like in the years ahead? And trying to create a clear picture of that, so that way it can be supported by her daily thoughts and her daily actions. I also feel like through this expansion, and her perspective is actually expanding as well, and some new things are taking hold. And I think that this is making her feel like she needs to, I don't know, develop like a deeper insight on what's going on in her life. Why did she want that thing? Does she still want that thing? Just essentially questioning her whole plan, I suppose. And because I said that, now she can support it with her daily actions, that actually like pulls me over to like this other card of action that I pulled for her, and that she's willing to work towards these things. This card signifies energizing effort. So it's the card of action. It's like, okay, now that I know what I want, what am I going to do about it? Being more aggressive towards that movement or towards that thing that she's wanting and intending. And like just taking concerted action towards those goals for herself. I think that she's feeling determined. She's feeling excited. This also has like an overall feeling of enthusiasm. And so I think that these two cards together is making me really feel like a breakthrough, and that she's going to hopefully soon see some results on some of these things and seeing these things pay off. I also have the door to personal healing and happiness, which indicates that there's new beginnings in her personal life as well. And it's basically a card saying that she's feeling more positive. She's feeling like she can really attain these things that she wants, are feeling more tangible to her. As she works through this inner healing, she's making the internal and external changes needed to kind of see life open up for her and give her the things that she wants. So she's making a lot, let's just say she's making aligned action. So she's rediscovering what she wants, and then she's ready to take those necessary action steps to get those things. So that could be kind of what her energy is. Maybe right now is more like a thought process, but I think very soon she'll start putting those desires to daily action so that she can get what she wants. You said definitely sounds like a realignment of everything. Funny enough, I was thinking myself today that I would be willing to relocate. Yes. And this is also like, it talks about shoot, where did it go? Which card was it? I think it was the action card. It talks a lot about like figuring out what your next steps are going to be. Are you going to move? Are you going to change career? So all of this is talking about like changing course, figuring out what is working and what she wants to stick with and what's a non-negotiable versus what she feels she's running out of time to do versus what can wait. So hopefully it answers your question. Let me know what your next question is. Okay. So what does your team feel? What does y'all's team feel you should know at this time? To be honest, we definitely mirror because I'm doing my own realignment. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Okay. You guys notice I do that all the time. I'm like, okay. I do this all day long. It's like my coping mechanism. I love it. It'd be so cute for you guys to find a place to live, like near a stream or a river or some water of some sort. All right, what should you know at this time? All right, so you have the air element here. This is all very like mental thoughts, actions. It has to do with the head, like things that affect you emotionally, mentally, all of that. And this card is calling you, IJ, and also her, to be open-minded. And I think that she is heeding to that advice, because in the last reading it said that she's in a very expansive place and willing to see things differently. I think she's realizing that she can loosen control on some things and not everything has to be like planned out accordingly, that things can also just happen. Hey Jack Mac, I'm doing well, thank you for asking. But this card calls you to be objective, try not to have any biases, and especially towards yourself, you know, like we are our own worst critic. So IJ, if you say you guys mirror each other, so if you feel yourself that you're being too hard on yourself, like don't do that, you know, like try to remain open-minded, understand that you have a plan for yourself, but there's always a greater plan here at stake. Continue your path for learning as well. Making sure that your masculine feminine is balanced within you, as well as your masculine feminine is balanced between the two of you. We have Libra energy, so being fair to yourself. I feel like this has to do a lot with yourself, because I feel like she's harder on herself than she ever would be to you, and you're harder on yourself than you'd ever be to her. And so that understanding and that fairness and that just general acceptance that you would give to one another, make sure that you're giving that to yourself. You said, I tell her not to be with herself too. That's why I laugh when she told me, yeah, exactly. Because you guys mirror each other, and like you're going to be easier on each other than you will be on yourself. And that's just because you guys are similar in that way. Jack Mac, all of my free list options are closed for the night, friend, but definitely check back another time. Remember that I do free readings at the beginning of my live stream, so the first 15 minutes. Capricorn energy is here, so it's indicating to me that while you have your own plan, and as I mentioned, there is a greater plan too, not everything's going to go exactly the way that you want. The best way to get what you want is to take aligned actions. They always say that part of manifesting is a call to action. So doing those things and becoming that thing in order to be aligned with that vibration. If you want to be healthier, you can't just sit there and keep doing what you've been doing. You have to take the call to action. You have to take those aligned action steps and changing your habits to be healthiir. And then the rest comes naturally because you're raising yourself to that vibration and now you've manifested. So that's like another thing is methodical steps. It's, you know, as long as you know that you can't control every single outcome, it's smart to have like a plan. It's smart to have an action, like, yeah, a plan. So be ambitious, like be excited about realizing those goals. I think that you two have a lot more in common than maybe even you know. And I think your lives, as you say, are mirrored, but I also think they're paralleled in terms of, like, if you imagine a parallel road, you guys are always in the same place at the same time. It's just presenting differently in each of your lives. She told you earlier in an earlier channel message that you can be biased when it comes to her. Was that one that I did for you or someone else? Absolutely take aligned actions. Yeah, totally. Let me see if there's anything else you need to know. And also maybe even like embody like Libra, Capricorn, air energy. In like your day-to-day life, like remember, stay balanced, remember, stay dedicated. You also have a little bit of fire here. We have Leo, Aries. So like don't forget to be playful, don't forget to be romantic, don't forget to be creative and inspired and passionate. You're welcome, Noor. Thanks for coming back. Sorry, Jack Mac. Sorry you missed it. But you know, IJ, I always say this, but I feel, and maybe when you ask these questions, maybe the things that I say, I know, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. How could I forget? Leo is here. That is so crazy. You're like the only one that happens to. And I didn't even like make that connection either until you said it. But I was going to say that maybe you get like when I am talking to you and like you ask these types of questions, like what you should know or what does she want you to know, you probably get, I'm hoping, a lot of information that you've been needing to hear or confirmation that you've been looking for. But I always feel this like inner knowing that when I answer these questions, it's like, I'm telling him what he's already doing. Like, I just know it. I know it because IJ, you are so in tune with yourself and you're so in tune with her. And whether you realize it or not, you're very connected and open to your spiritual team's guidance. You listen and you get information, you read between the lines and you get downloads. And because you're so open to like guidance, it's like you're already doing these things before I even tell you. But I do hope that, yes, at a minimum, you're getting that confirmation. But it's so funny because I always have like this feeling inside. I'm like, I'm telling him something he already knows, but you know, that's probably helpful for you either way. Hey, Chi-Town, welcome in. We are working on donations right now. All of my free list options are closed for the night. If you would like to donate, you're more than welcome to. All right, so next up after IJ, we have Leo Sunchild. You're welcome, IJ. I hope you have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. Leo Sunchild, if you're here. God, the lightning is so close to my house. It literally feels like it's right outside my door. Did you guys hear that? That thunder? I'm turning the music down. You know, you can see like thunder at a distance, but it feels like it just like was right outside my house. I mean, sorry, lightning. Well, the thunder too, but it felt like it. I looked out my window and I saw lightning. It literally like, shot down in my yard. It's crazy. Those summer storms, you know what I mean? All right, Leo Sunchild, if you're here, I'm waiting on you, friend. I have Leo Sunchild down for, I believe, an in-depth reading. In-depth love for current partner. Leo Sunchild, did you want a love spread? Let's do a love spread for you. I'm not sure if you're in here, but I think that's what you want. So let's go ahead and shuffle. Also, Leo, thank you so much for sending just a little bit extra to compensate for the PayPal fees. I really appreciate that because PayPal will take money off the top And then they also will take money when you're transferring to your account. So I appreciate every little bit extra that you guys can do. All right, this is a love spread for Leo Sunchild, for the current partner that she is with. Current partner, Leo Sunchild. After Leo Sunchild, we have Sweeter Than a Rice Cake and then Liz. For Sweeter Than a Rice Cake, I have you down for a mini, and Liz, I also have you down for a mini. Current partner, Leo Sunchild. Current partner, Leo Sunchild. All right, Leo, we are pulling for you. I'm just kind of taking this energy on and analyzing and seeing what I've got going here. So, Leo, looking into the energy right now, I would say that I'm not, this is not favorable. It doesn't mean that you guys can't work this out, especially if you're already in a relationship, because you mentioned current partner. So, like, if you guys are already committed, depending on like how, like, this is tough. Depending on how long you've been together, you may want to like see if you guys can readjust into a different energy. I would say if this is a new partner, it's not favorable for a successful outcome. But I will say that this is not in anyone's hands except for you. I know that sometimes we have fated couples, or we have like spiritually blessed, or like divine unions, things like that. What Spirit is showing me is that this is ultimately your choice, that there's no other external circumstances that are coming in to affect the outcome of your connection. They're basically saying like, if this is what you want, we support you. If it's not, we support you. And ultimately, this is a relationship of free will, meaning that there's no external forces coming in trying to influence this connection. So this is a free will relationship between you and between your partner. If it were me and I was seeing this energy, if I just entered a relationship with this person, I was already seeing like problems, I don't know if it's a relationship that I would continue personally, because this just doesn't seem great. But if you guys have been together for a long period of time, you feel like you've invested a lot in this relationship and you are willing to work on it, and you feel that mutual effort from your person to continue to be better and work through this, I think you absolutely could change this energy. So keeping in mind that this reading is more like a check-in, like a report back kind of thing, like where are we right now? And that you are able to change this outcome if this is something that you want. It just seems like it's going to be a lot of work, which is the only reason why I'm prefacing it this way. In terms of like what's hidden, I feel like there's it's feelings of defeat here underneath it all. I don't know if this is a relationship. I wish you were here so we could talk about this, but if this is a relationship of like mistrust, like if you feel like something has happened where you're having a hard time trusting this person, or if you feel betrayed or you betrayed, if trust was lost or something happened where you felt like not protected by your person, or not like this person wasn't in your corner. Sometimes this Ten of Swords feeling can bring about like not feeling like they're on your side, or not feeling like they're on your team, or seeing things like how they're affecting you. Sometimes this can just feel like very defeated, and like not really knowing like where to go or what happen from this. So, and this could be your energy, this could be his energy, it could be mutual, but that's basically like what's going on there. That's the energy, and maybe that's why you're asking this question. I'm not sure. But the energy around the relationship is the Hermit. It's basically like you're going within and retreating, your person's going within and retreating, potentially to try to figure some things out, trying to figure out what you want, what's the best path forward. This is the card of like silence. You're not really socializing or communicating, but this is where you're in deep, deep thought and contemplation, where you're trying to understand and search for deeper truths, what you want, trying to seek guidance, specifically inner guidance, but just guidance in general. Um, and like essentially, it's a waiting period. Like you're trying to see if something's going to blow over, or if something's going to get better, or like, you're looking to see if things will improve essentially. I see with like strengths and weaknesses here, like what keeps you guys together is honestly like basically where, how like when two people come to a head and like neither of them can agree, but they're like agree to disagree for the sake of the relationship, because you can't really see the other person's side, they can't really see your side sometimes, but you're kind of like, but I care about this person, I want to be with this person, and so maybe that's just the only resolve that we have moving forward. So the Two of Swords being seen as like a strength or something positive is that neither of you are really willing to make a big move or a big step. That may either be to the benefit or detriment of the relationship. For the weakness, we have the Tower. So this can feel like a very unstable or insecure relationship. It could make you feel insecure being in this relationship, or your partner could feel insecure, feeling like you guys could be bringing a lot of baggage into this relationship that's making you feel insecure. But the Tower is essentially like chaos. Like it's not feeling safe. It's not feeling comfortable. There could be where you feel that there's like the world is against you guys. Like maybe this chaos and insecurity has nothing to do with like the two of you in the connection, but you could feel like you're unsupported by like your friends and family, or like the people in your life are like trying to get you guys to not be together. With tarot, I can tap into the energy, but sometimes the examples are vague just because I don't know the scenario, but I'm trying to think of like different interpretations that this could be. It could also talk about like how you're wanting something different. Maybe you're wanting progress and your partner is resisting change, and like, or vice versa. This could just indicate like there's a lot of external like things that are coming into play that's making you guys feel like this connection is unable to like move forward, or maybe feels more complicated or harder to move forward. But keep in mind, the Magician is here in terms of your success. So if you guys really want to work on this and you want to try, even if it feels to you like the odds are against you, I say do it. Because again, this is your own free will, and there's not any outside factors that are going to stop you from doing this if it's what you both want. Um, what they want. So I see maybe this person is looking for more peace in the relationship, looking to feel some flexibility in the relationship. The Nine of Wands is the energy of like, I've been through a lot and like, I'm just hoping that there's a light at the end of this tunnel. Like, I'm hoping that there's something good coming my way after everything we've been through. It also talks about like learning from past failures, being persistent, persevering in spite of what it looks like. And what you want, I think maybe you're looking for more passion from this person, more effort from this person. This is the card of like wanting spontaneity, maybe not like always wanting routine, wanting to feel just like that passion in the connection, wanting to feel like you guys can just like go off and do something fun. And it doesn't have to be pre-planned. It can be spicing things up, like coming out of a rut, things like that. As far as their intentions and how they feel about you, for their intentions, I have the Three of Cups, and how they feel is the King of Swords. I feel like he's very guarded right now. I'm definitely pulling that here with the Nine of Wands as well, as I mentioned before. I feel like, and I'm saying he, so I'm sorry if that's wrong, but your partner, I feel like your partner is thinking more with like their head than their heart. I feel like they're maybe potentially being like detached, but they're trying to be like pragmatic. They're trying to think practically. And this can come with like a feeling of rigidity, like feeling like this person is unable, like you, or like this could be how they're viewing you, like you're not willing to compromise, or maybe they're saying they don't want to compromise. This is someone who's really trying to protect themselves from like getting hurt, or like being vulnerable or expressing their feelings. They're definitely very guarded and like self-protected. And what they want, I have the Three of Cups. So um an example of a Three Cups would be that they're looking for more engagement with you, they're wanting to socialize with you, they're wanting to have more fun with you, maybe get out and about together. Like if you guys feel like you don't really do much together, maybe doing more things together. This is an interpretation, but I only want you to take this interpretation if you know it to be true. I don't want this to raise eyebrows for you or give you more things to worry about. This is only confirmation of something that you suspect or you know. If this has never crossed your mind, I want you to throw this interpretation in the trash can. But sometimes this could indicate wanting to bring a third party into the relationship. So maybe he leans too much on someone else's opinion versus your opinion. So you feel like there's always like a third person in the relationship. This could also mean, with this same interpretation, that he has trouble getting over his past, and maybe the past is haunting your relationship, or your past is haunting the relationship. And lastly, and this is again falling under that umbrella of interpretation of let it go if you don't feel this way, that it could mean that he's looking for something outside of the relationship to compensate for what the relationship is lacking. So maybe he's looking for an emotional connection with someone else. Maybe you've had trust issues in terms of like cheating, or him wanting to like look elsewhere outside of the connection for something physical. So that could be like third party stuff. But again, if it's not something that resonates with you, I don't want you to take it, because there are a lot of interpretations for this card. Hopefully this is resonating for you on some level and maybe giving you some clarity that you're looking for. After the live stream is over, feel free to comment if you like have any feedback on this at all. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next person. So thank you, Leo Sunchild. That was for you. For the next person on my list, I have Sweeter Than a Rice Cake. So Sweeter Than a Rice Cake, if you are here, please check in with me, friends. sweeter than a rice cake, I have you down for a mini reading. Hey, friend. All right, so what is your question for me? What can I do for you? Can we look into the current love energy of the person coming towards you? So would you like to know about this person and like who they are? Or are you more so looking in like the energy of the connection, like what it's going to feel like, how this person's going to treat you? Like which direction do you want me to go in? Or are you just kind of like whatever comes out, comes out? Because I can do a freestyle too, where I just pull and whatever information I get, I tell you. All right, so let's just do a freestyle. Whatever comes through for you. All right, this is a strong, authoritative type of personality. Their presence is definitely known. I think that they know how to go quiet, but when they want to be seen, they know how to command attention. So, like, it's reminding me of kind of like Harry Potter or the invisibility cloak. Like, this person knows how to kind of retreat and kind of like they don't have to always be the center of attention, but when they need to command attention, they can. This is someone who would do really well in like a place of supervisory or managerial or like CFO, CEO type of personality. Because I think that they would be respected because this person is not a man of like many words, and if man is wrong, just correct me, but this is not a person of many words. But I feel like because of that, when they speak, people listen, people pay attention to them. I feel like this is the type of person that's like husband material. I feel like if you're looking for an emotional connection, not that you can't love this person, obviously. This reading's kind of reminding me of my husband because I feel like my husband is not a person of many words and they don't always say how they're feeling or what they're thinking, but they make me know, or he makes me know that he loves me in other ways. So I feel like that's kind of like this person where maybe you're not going to get all the things you want to hear, but they'll show you how they feel about you in other ways, maybe like through things that they do for you, or making sure that you're supported. If there's something that you're wanting to do, they say, okay, that's fine, I'll take care of us, and you don't have to worry about it. So if you're looking for a partner who is like emotionally available, this is that person. But I don't think that they're emotionally verbal. So I don't think they're the type of person that's going to always be telling you all day how much they love you and how much they care about you. But if you ask me, I think that that's better. And that was a hard thing for me to accept as a Gemini and as a love language of words of affirmation girly. But I find that like anybody can sweet talk you. It's their actions that show you who that person is. And this person I'm telling you about is a person of action. They are not somebody who's just going to like sweet talk you and give you empty promises. This is and tell you what you want to hear but not actually follow through. This is the type of person that will do those things. I also feel like this is a person who wants to be like vanquish your enemies, your demons, be that person that gives you peace. Like this person will be your peace. This person will make you feel good, quiet your mind. If you feel like you're an overthinker, I feel like this person is like, let me handle the hard part and you just be you. And so I feel like you'll enjoy this person's company. I do feel like this person's creative, which makes me feel like they might have a bit of a sense of humor that might be unexpected. But I feel like honestly, they just want to make your life better. They want to make your life easier, is what it feels like to me. The connection feels very balanced, I would say, but I do think this person's conservative, reserved. I feel like they like recognition from people, potentially for their humor, but they don't need outside validation in this. As long as they have your validation, that's all they need. Um, I feel like I saw the Four of Pentacles and it made me think of something. They also feel like you're like the one of the most beautiful people ever. I feel like this person wants to like have a family with you. Obviously, if that's something you both want. Oh, and he's a very private person too. So like he's not into PDA or anything like that. Like, very private, just whatever's private is private. Doesn't likely doesn't want you talking about them or your relationship to other people. Personal details and information they're very protective of. So that's like another detail. So maybe they're very protective of their relationship as well and they don't want anyone else like, so as long as that works for you, that's like who they are, and that's kind of what the relationship will be like. So that is what I have. Let me know if you have any follow-up to this, like basically if there's anything I said that you need clarified, let me know. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do a last call for donations. It seems more like on the slower side, which is totally understandable. But with that being said, I'll probably end up signing off here. Oh, I think that this person is like from the cards that I pulled. Obviously, that's not the question I asked, but the cards that I pulled, this person is dependable, reliable, um, someone that you can count on, someone that will support you. So, because of that type of personality, I would say they definitely would be. Absolutely. Like, I'm not going to say this person's exactly like my husband, but it was making me feel like very similar to my husband. And Like, I know that, like, whatever I needed, my husband would get for me. So, or do for me or help me with. Like, if I felt that I needed that assistance. And because this was kind of resonant, obviously this person coming for you is their own person. But the energy of the Emperor is like father figure, like someone who looks out for you, someone who protects you, dedicated, supportive. I feel like they would be a person to offer you assistance or be there for you in that regard. So that is what I feel would be the answer to your question. But if you wanted to ask that question specifically, you're more than welcome to donate and we can look further into that for you. You said I'm very private as well. He gives off that energy as different as we all are, still very similar. Yeah, 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 exactly. All right. So, sweeter, that's what I've got for you, friend. If you want to add on to your reading at all, you just let me know. I'm going to go ahead and move on to our next person on the list, which is Liz. For those of you who are hanging out, if you're considering donating, I would go ahead and get those in soon. The donations list closed, and there's no one on the list right now, so you wouldn't really have a long wait at all. You're welcome, sweeter. All right. So this is for Liz. Liz says, will I notice I deleted... Wait. Will Leo notice I deleted my IG soon? All right. Well, the Leo noticed that Liz deleted... Wow, my words aren't working. Will Leo notice that Liz deleted her IG? Will he notice it? All right. Will he notice it soon? Is this something he would notice soon? Can you give me any other information? All right. So we definitely have Leo energy here. We also have Aries energy here. All right, Liz. So I'm getting yes, Leo will notice that you deleted your IG. I'm getting a 3 of Wands, and the Leo will notice that this happened very soon. We have the star. I asked for additional information. We have Aries Leo energy. We have the moon here, which can talk about a misconception or misunderstanding. So I feel like this person feels in the dark about why you made this decision and like what it's doing for you, and are you coming back? Like, I feel like this person just feels very out of the loop and very in the dark, and like there's a misunderstanding here in terms of like, why did you do this thing? So I see that you'll kind of be in the Leo's head, essentially just this person trying to search and figure out why this happened. I feel like they're not very clear as to why you did this, but maybe they're just like thinking that you're just following your gut or your instinct is the only conclusion that they can come to or draw from this, is that you just felt like it was something that you needed to do for yourself for whatever reason, and that this is just a step that you're taking. This talks about insecurity. It talks about past conditioning affecting present behavior. Things are not what they seem. So I think this person's pretty much speculating, is this for Liz's mental health? Is this because they just weren't getting anything out of this, and that they felt like they just needed to move on? Do they feel like it was like consuming their day? Like, I feel like this person's really just, or maybe it was toxic for you, you know? Like, I feel like this person essentially is just trying to draw their own conclusions from this, but generally just felt like, okay, this is what's best for Liz, I guess. I do feel like there's a bit of disappointment that comes from this. So I'm wondering if like the Leo kept tabs on you through this modality, through Instagram, this social media platform. But hoping that you find peace and that you're doing whatever it is was the reason that you get out of it what you're looking for. But definitely feeling a disconnect from you. We have the Three of Swords. So this person is like, I don't know, maybe this is the only way the Leo had access to you or something. It just feels almost like now this person doesn't have a way to communicate or something along those lines. You're welcome, Liz. And so feeling just like now there's going to be silence between you guys. This person's not going to be able to keep tabs on you the way that they did, I guess. Like kind of wondering, are you coming back, or is this for good? But yeah, I think that there is definite disappointment in the fact that you're not on there anymore. Hey, IJ, welcome back. What can I answer for you? And Liz, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome, friend. Have a good night. All right, so IJ, we're on you now. There is no wait right now. I'm working on the last person on the list at this time. I am doing a last call for donations. So if you want to donate, get those in now. And then you like relatively won't have a wait because there's no one on the list except for the person I'm working on right now. If for whatever reason I don't get another donation this evening in the next like maybe 10 or 15 minutes, then I probably will go ahead and call it for the night. All right, last question was, has she had the desire lately to get a reading on you? Okay, let's take a look. Has she had the desire lately to get a reading on IJ? Okay. Hold on, IJ. I'm trying to understand this. Okay. So there's a lot going on here. No, she has not had the desire to get a reading on you. I double checked. That is a no for me. I have the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Like, this is not something that she has done or felt the desire to do. But I did ask, will she get one soon on you? And I got a yes. In the near future, sometime in the relative near future, she will be getting a reading on you. Now, this is spontaneous. I don't think this is something that's pre-planned. She just is put in a position where she's like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I have the Six of Cups here. So this indicates to me this is a person that she's getting a reading from that she trusts. So either this is someone that she knows personally, or this is someone that she's been following for a very long time and trusts what they have to say. I don't think this is something that's, even though it's done on a whim, I don't think she's going to go to just anyone for this. They are showing the Six of Cups. This is someone that she trusts, someone she feels familiar with. I would go as far as to say it's a someone that she knows personally, or maybe has known for a long time or has been following for a long time. I asked if this could I get more details. I was like, is this like a man or a woman? I can't really pull specifically on masculine, feminine energy. I'm getting things like Two of Swords, which is kind of like it's torn. So maybe this person's non-binary, or maybe I just can't get that. I don't have access to that information to know for sure. But I do have the Five of Wands. So this could be like multiple readers. Maybe that's why I can't pull specifically feminine or masculine energy. But it's also indicating that this is most likely going to happen in a group setting. So this could be someone that she personally knows or has been following for a long time, where it's happening at like a tarot reading party or at like a fair. Sometimes people will be really spontaneous and be like, oh, we just passed by like a reader. Let's go ahead and get a reading real quick. Because remember, this is very like impulsive. This is not something that she's premeditated. So the other like interpretation is that if it's not someone that she knows or has been following for a long time, she's getting a reading with someone that she knows personally. So there's some level of familiarity as to this reading. So she could be going to a tarot reading party with a bunch of friends, and maybe she doesn't know the reader personally, but maybe she's like with people that she's familiar with and that she knows and trusts. Or like at a fair, she's getting a reading from a reader she's never heard of, but she's getting that reading with a friend or someone that she knows and trusts. So either the reader is someone that she's familiar with, or when it happens, it's with someone that she's familiar with. That part is definitely concrete, and it feels like it could potentially be in a group setting where there's multiple people getting readings. So it could be virtually, like kind of like you come in and get readings with me. There's people around. This is not a private one-on-one. So if it's virtual, it means that it's with a reader who like is in a group setting where they're answering questions for multiple people, or in person, there's multiple people involved. That's really all the information I can get on you, but it does feel, or for you, but it feels spontaneous. It feels like it's in a group setting. I don't think she's had the desire to get one on you, and I don't think she will have the desire like in the near future. I think that when this happens, it's just impulsive and it's just like, let's just do it. And also, another thing is that the Justice card is here, and this talks about like karma, it talks about like contracts, like soul contracts. And so you might not be the like the question, but you come up during the reading that gets her curious. So for instance, she might not be asking about you specifically, but your energy makes an appearance. So that is what I have. Let me know if you have any questions about this. You said, that makes sense. That happens to me at times. I may ask a general question and she pops up like I have something to say. Yeah, totally. So I feel like what might happen is like your energy is going to make an appearance in her reading, or the reader might say like you have someone around you that like really cares for you unconditionally, and maybe like throwing some details out there as to like who that person might be, and she comes to the conclusion and realizes that it's you that they're talking about. um but I mean, she could ask a question about you directly. It's just with the justice, it kind of makes me feel like you're not the theme of the question, but you are like your energy's there and it's brought up. It's brought to her attention. Perfect. So yeah, usually with yes no questions, especially with like in-depth readings, I'm always like, where do I go with this? Because I can give you a yes no question, but like you paid for an in-depth, so hopefully you liked the additional questions that I asked. I just tried to get like the tea because I just tried to think like the questions I would want answered and go from there. So that is what I have for you, IJ. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. A little sad that things are cut short. This is probably the shortest stream I've had in a long time, but that is okay. Maybe it's just the universe's way of telling me that I got other stuff to do and give me a little time to get those things done. So, yeah, I hope everyone has a great night. You'll see me back here tomorrow. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank God the electricity held up. That's all I have to say about that. IJ, have a good night. Bye, everyone.